Hi, I'm Becca, and welcome to the first video of my new channel. My vision for this channel is to create a supportive community for adults of all ages who, for whatever reason, are taking a GCSE or functional maths or similar maths course and struggling. Maybe you've got some gaps in your learning, struggle with maths anxiety, or even traits of dyscalculia. Whatever your reason, this is a good place for you. Here's my thinking for the channel. I'm a qualified maths teacher and I've worked a lot with older teens and adults coming back to maths, often years after leaving school. And something I've noticed is that there aren't really many resources out there that help adults build a strong conceptual understanding. Most of these materials are made for kids, which makes sense, but it doesn't change the fact that lots of people never had the chance to really develop number sense or strategies to understand how maths works. I think that the way kids are taught can absolutely work for adults, but adults are in very different situations and use maths differently. And yes, calculators, spreadsheets, or even AI can do the number crunching for us these days. But having a solid conceptual grasp helps you feel more confident, solve problems better, see how maths connects to real life. In my videos, I'll be using approaches based on educational psychology, like the CPA approach. That stands for concrete, pictorial, abstract. I'll just give a little explanation. So we start off developing a sense of number and quantity through concrete objects. So we might use things like counters or cubes to practice adding and subtracting at school, count on our fingers, roll a dice and count up how many dots there are, things like that. This makes maths more tangible and more relatable. Then we move on to the pictorial stage, and this is where we use pictures or diagrams to represent numbers or doing something with numbers. This stage is a nice bridge between the concrete and the abstract stage, and it's where we're going to be spending a lot of time on this channel. It might involve number lines, drawing objects, crossing them out, grouping objects together, using place value charts, or one of the best strategies, which is bar models. It's really important that you know you don't need to be an artist for this, so rough boxes, dots and lines are going to be fine. The pictorial stage just allows you to see relationships between numbers and solve problems with a bit of extra structure. Plus, the more you get stuff down onto paper, the less you need to keep in your head. Finally, we've got the abstract stage, and this is what most people probably think of when we say maths. So it's calculations, algebraic expressions and equations, things like that. So here you're representing values and operations, things like add, subtract, multiply, times, only using symbols. As teenagers or adults, this is where we're expected to start when studying for a maths qualification, but that can be really hard to do. And the earlier stages can help us build confidence and a bit more structure into learning. For anyone who's interested in psychology, the CPA approach is mainly based on theories such as Bruner's models of representation, where we start with the inactive stage, learning through movement or action. Then we move on to the iconic stage, so that's through images or icons. And then the symbolic stage, learning through more abstract symbols. And also Piaget's developmental stages. So we've got the sensory motor stage, learning through physical interaction in your senses, moving into the pre-operational stage, which is where we start using some symbols, then concrete operational stage, where we develop some logical thinking, but this is generally based on still kind of tangible things. And then finally, the formal operational stage, which is where we start doing more abstract thinking and problem solving. And these are really theories about how children learn, but the ideas are actually really helpful when it comes to adults learning maths too, especially if you had limited or challenging experiences with maths earlier on in your life. If you want to do more research on these, I'll put some links in the description box. So I'm really excited to take this journey with you, breaking down topics step by step, using this approach so that maths feels less scary and more doable. If that sounds good to you, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on upcoming videos. And if there's a specific topic you want me to cover, just drop me a comment below. I'm here to help. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, bye.